Baku mienu mienu Baku ama Ghana Radio live from New York City. Yekasa ma Ghana nti ye ma Ghana nti. Ama Ghana Radio ye buta ye bebre ne say ye Ghana Constitution no, ye Ghana mbrahye pronkron no. Ene ye say de beba ye kasam ne akyerem na ye nyina ema ye kasa no sempanyifo hyehye mra ye nyina ye beti ase na ye nyina aka bo mama Ghana be ye kra behwe ye guso a yes I hyehye ne ye start ye ba ye ko break kakra fe ni asaba baka yes ade ni ma betutuja na ye wo ha ye the message na message na ye ba na sem na ye ba na no adin ano because mpempi na na ye kase nyame wa boye se ne seso odi nimde ni nyansa enyina amaye na de aka no eye me ne wo timpempi no hwa na nipa bebre omo African country dey emfa ye from Ghana nya example obia person to kwan because oba omo nimdie ni nyansa anyame de ama omo no eno na omo de bo omo ho eboa enkrofo omo won sanu adwuma e ka talent ame adwuma omo de nsanu adwuma na eno na omo bo omo ma omo timi de bo oman no oman be fe ye ka sanu adwuma so ye mason so ye carpenter so tonto so tomato so ye ade bia wo ye bia na betimi aboa ewiase no ana amantamu awo no eno na omo hye mukna na aban ne boa na etimima etu empoma omano na obibia ohia bi no na abe kra behwe na ye kama ntimpempi no hwa na China wo kra no mo from basisi omo no mo dika ma America nyina de omuka disasemi we no aya wo ka na ni mpempi no ye nuanum bia omo fu se wo ye bonsama na se bibi Ghana enkoso nyina no eye no say ya asofofo no mo Ghana religious bodies no mo Ghana for Ghana wo hwe unanti each blogger each blog bia be hu asori be hu mosque ni nyina ye ma ama school dem any asori dem nyina ye ma na ye kɔ hɔ no a enye ne bɔne so ba ye kɔ hɔ no a den na ɔmo ka kyerɛ nsɛm na ɔmo ka kyerɛ no so dik na ɛwɔ ya brabom saa nsɛm no bi ye nsɛm a ɛna ye nsɛm na ɔmo kyerɛ ye no nyame nimdie na ɔde ama ya America America ne ada kuro no de ɔmo adwen ye no wa boye sɛ ne sɛ so ɔde nimdie ama ya ba ye no ye kwa a na the body religious bodies for no so almost say kyerɛ sɛ yɛmfa ya kra ya brabɔ ne yɛn so hyɛ nyame sa yɛmbɔ nkotodwe yɛnkum nkotodwe mpa na kyɛw na bibia na ɔbɛyɛ ama ye nye saa na ti mpempi no ka na wo ka kye nyam sɛ nye saa na ti a na obi o afa wa adwin bɔne sɛ wo ndo nyame ana sɛ wa brabɔ nkoyi ba nye saa na ti nti me na amansanten tan so ana me ko hu ye nua bema ya o say Connected Minds Cap podcast ana one ye nua bema Ekow Eshun a ono so say o ye life coach ono so wa amansanten tan so obo ankrofo obe kire ni nimdie kwan ofa so ni nimdie bebia wadu ane nkrofo abo mo especially omo abucho omo ba fi abeseti a businesses omo bo aka na ma Ghana konkan nti yehu ye no ne yese yeso ye de beba na ye tie fo so aba abetie bi na omo ahwe bi se ne be ye bebo omo so na abo obi bia na Ghana be ye kra behwe eye Connected Mindset podcast interview no oni ko Sean be kasaye no also the 2 weeks enya $10,000 2 weeks enya $10,000 for Ghana ana ohun ne ho no o ka no brofum say ohun no o discover ne ho no o block you obia on the lives ohun ne ho no say na so on be ye no o block ne nanfofo nyina se na be ye obetime anya chance a focus ko nanfofo ni bi o a oni omo kasa omo fa nimdie ana adwen ba nti na ma o block e bi mu ba de oba but then ne be ye ansna ye say de ne be ye ansna ye yi no eno na ono o connect you omo na o se unnim ade a ope owia na unnim de ope so onye owia sia e be ye din so be yi o say it could be difficult for you to be successful if you don't know yourself nti ene ye wa hanuma ye ba betie ye nua berema Ekow Eshun one Connected Mindset nti mpempi no ama Ghana Radio and some ade bia na ye kan say mpanyufo no sisi ano omo hwe especially social media nye obia obemi ato aba ama nko especially no ye hwe social media na yen select mabunu na omo wonsa no adwuma na nyame abo omo na minimdie no yen fo omo meka omo no na yen support omo se ne be ya Ghana be kama ma Ghana be kra be hwe nti ne ye wo ha ma Ghana radio ye kwadwo berima nhyira na mekasa no ye wo ha ma Ghana nti ye kasa ma Ghana nti ye beko ne yakwa akuti you know abem Ekow ne Connected Minds podcast sisi a nti yenko ne nkotie nsem ni mudo nti ne yefae nti you know abem Connected Minds podcast ya dawase ene Ekow so koso na bo adwuma nipa mo se bi ne ye hwehwe na Ekow na ba so bebi a obi aseda kese koma one Abrant TV kasai ono so no o kire nimdia obetimi dia ye farm dia ba be support Ghana sisi ana ye mpanyifo na ba American say sisi a mansante ta yesu hia me anu na ye ade kese a ebo awiase nyina nti yesu yemfa so na ye manu bi omo ye talented especially bi omo wa bruche yemfa omo beka omo ho ne support omo ye bibia say ye nurse say ye doctor say ye computer say ye electricians yemfa beka on ne support na Ghana be kama na Ghana abrantenika asembi o sisi ye kase sika nyina nye foreign countries na sika wo ye ka Ghana sika wo so papa nti nsem no wo ka no obi bia wo hwe me bia no wo ka kire onu na onu aso aka kire onu aso aka kire onu because sen mo mudo ebe boa onu na aboa obi se na ebe ya ye nyina ya pantu mu no anase bibia obi abibia be ye robeji wo adi se obetimi aye nti ye beko nya yakwa akutie ye nua no animanimo ya na nimdia yeso ye be fa se ye de bebo ye ho ban ya fa de abo ye ho ban.
I made over $10,000 in tools using the house. we were educated to become employees. Some people say I don't have any passion for it. Oh, so you want to tell me all these billionaires, everything like Elon Musk, everything, all the business that he was passionate about. That is why you are here. This is the content in your mind, what you have here, that will determine the size of your bank.
What you will say? Ade na ewo wa adwum no na be decide sika ewo account mu.
Your identity is your strength in battle. If you don't
asemba kwa de bia yen kan so won hu nipa wo ya e be difficult say obesisi wa brabom ti e hu hia pa
know who you are, it will be difficult for you to see. When I discovered
sa niema we nyina nti na ye ka say yes sustain fa ye krom kasa de fa nkasa na mboaye ye krom kasa ne nja abrofo no na abrofo no na asa visitors bi so ba o meba be sua krom kasa na aboa na taxes ni bibia ye nyaska finje na aboa ko ama nyina so a o mo nka abrofo asa na o mo ye na bo mo nyina.
Myself, I block all my feet.
What is the mindset we need here for success? The actual mindset.
Yeah. So for me,
Coach Ekow Eshun, a life coach, business expert, and finance coach with 30 years of experience, is here to tell it like it is. No sugarcoating, just hard truths and the game-changing advice you need. From building wealth to navigating life in Ghana, he's on a mission to shift mindsets and equip you with the tools ready for success. Are you ready to hear it straight? Let's get into it.
why is that black people, when we meet, we don't share ideas? Why do you have to pray about money? There is no money in heaven. It doesn't make sense. You have to open that padlock on your mind.
How do we unlock people can start looking at in the new year coming 2025? What businesses can people get into?
So first of all,
You're welcome to Connected Minds podcast. My name is Derek, and your host on Connected Minds. Now, I hope you're staying connected because the conversation I'm about to have today is on financial literacy, financial freedom, and how you can make money in this part of the world. There's a man who has done it so well. He has spoken to the youth and many people who have benefited from the training that he's been through and what he's learned. And
Mpempi no Connected Mindset baby bia obia no that was more badjuma be be stress mpempi na mo nyusu ye krom kasa even though ye nim say ade na mo ye na nye Ghana nko na mo ya man crofo but about time I say en sell ye ho because even America kwa no ba nkrofo no ma ba no mo to adofo no aban no wo institutions bia ye de o makwa o mo kwa ye training o mo sanya taxes na niam afi o mo so nti ye be stress ye krom kasa na ye nka ne match no na ama eno so emboa ye bebre no nti ye be stress a mo fa nko ye krom kasa mo na say mo be translation na mboa because Ghana nkoso nti na ye nyina ye wo ha no nti ye be sure because when nsem pii na mo kan ni nyina na mo so nsem ni nyina ye Ghana se na be ya mbabunu no betimi ehu anema on be ye dia boa na aba no so ason wase nti ye be sure say mari wadi maya ane bloggers ni other peoples ni na ni ye mpanyifo no so no ye be sure mo so mo start news ye kasa no na entimi mboa na Ghana embe ye krabehwe na enye kama
Today, he's going to share a lot of things about how you can make money from wherever you are, especially if you're on this part of the continent. And I'll be speaking to Coach Eshun. How are you doing, sir?
I'm blessed. You.
Thank you so much for your time. I think it's been a long time coming.
Yes.
And, I appreciate your time and the fact that you said, yeah, today we can try and make it happen.
Yeah.
I've seen all the works that you've done.
Okay.
The comments, the engagements on the post. And some of them are brutal. It is what it is. You say it as it is. And I think that's what it should be. You're almost beating the poor mindset out of people. I love it. So let's start this way. Where did you get the epiphany to say, this is the path I want to chart?
Yeah, so I remember many years ago, I was broke, you understand? And, I used to be a pastor. I will not say I'm not a pastor. I used to be a pastor way back from Ekow down to Accra, you understand? And I remember many years ago, I was listening to Bishop Akiwad Mills. And Akiwad Mills said, as a man of God, you need to have a library. And I remember listening to Bishop Oyedepo said he built his library when he was 19 years. And at that time, life was very difficult, tough for me. And I said, okay, so if these great men of God are saying that we need to build a library, read books, okay, then let me try. You understand? So I started buying books and I started reading. So when I started reading, I discovered myself. I can say that about 99% of the people in this world, they don't know who they are. But in this life, your identity is your strength in battle. If you don't know who you are, it will be difficult for you to succeed in life. So it was when I discovered the gift that God had deposited in me. I remember I started on radio, talking about entrepreneurship, making money. And one day, one guy on Sunday FM, one guy called me and he said, you are doing a fantastic job. And it would be wise if you can go to social media. Now, you know what? When I was doing radio, sometimes, I have to borrow money to pay. Because the people were not supporting what I was doing. Looking for sponsors, nobody would sponsor. So I used to pay from my own pocket. So when the guy called me, I said, I have to listen to what this guy is saying. Let me forget about radio and come to social media. So when I started social media, now all the radio stations, they are chasing me. And sometimes they invite me, I don't even go. You understand? Because at first I used to pay money, but now I don't pay money. So it's all about discovering yourself, knowing who you are. And like I said, majority of the people, they don't know who they are. So it's for you to make money or for you to be successful, first discover who you are.
Want to simplify entry into the federal market? Then review the free practical guide to getting started in government.
But how does that feel like, discovering who you are? How does the journey look like?
Yeah, it's been tough, you understand? Because I remember, when I discovered myself, I have to invest in myself. I've read over 1,500 books. I remember about 8 years ago, I was on my way to Nigeria. I bought a book, Awakening the Shines Within You by Tony Robbins. This book is about 400 and something pages. I started reading the book from Accra. I was in the bus, ABC Transport World, from here to Lagos. I read from here when we got to Cotonou, Benin. They were in the chatting, watching television. I was reading because at that time I knew I was working against time. You understand? Because all that I'm doing, if I had discovered myself earlier, like in my 20s, you understand? So I was reading, and everybody in the car, they were talking, chatting, eating, watching. So when I got to Lagos, ABC Terminal, they were watching TV, telenovela. I was reading. The next day, I had to go to Edo State in the bus reading. So by the time I went to Nigeria and come back to Ghana, I've finished reading the book.
Wow.
So it's been tough. You know, the road to success is always under construction, you understand? And when I started this, even some of my friends would tell me, you are crazy. Look at what this guy is saying. You understand? And they would talk behind my back because they didn't believe that, like, we used to sleep in the same room and we went to the same school together, and now you are now breaking the status quo, telling us something different. And they insulted me, but now some of my friends will go, oh, you remember me? I used to be your friend, blah, 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 in school. You understand? So it has been tough. It has been, and we are still breaking grounds.
Yeah. You know, a young man came to see me a few days ago.
Okay.
And he said he's been listening to the podcast.
Yeah.
And now he's decided that he's going to make a change in his life. But the reason he came is because it's very hard. The circle he's within, they are not making it easy for him at all.
Yeah. So for me, when I discovered myself, I block all my friends. I block them. Why should I talk to you? You understand what I'm saying? Because if I meet you and if you call me and the only thing we talk about is the good old days. You understand? Talk about the have you this guy is here. We discuss others. We don't talk about things that will make us move forward. So I block all of them. You understand? You cannot succeed in life if you want to maintain like your old school friends. That's why in one of my videos I said, remove yourself from the old school WhatsApp group. Yes, it doesn't make sense. You know, in Africa, all these old school WhatsApp groups that we have, I mean, they don't make sense in the group. Yes, if we come together as a group of people, you understand, and we don't talk about money, we don't talk about business, we don't share ideas, we don't talk about something that will take us to the next level, and we are always talking about the past.
Oh, dear way, I had no hear me, Papa Pan. Sorry. But see, we need to focus. We need to get vision. We need to get developing mindset, especially on puntum na yo. And no na even here say the boy.
When we were in school, we used to tell me, no, I don't want to belong to that kind of group, no. Why is that black people, when we meet, we don't share ideas? We always talk about things like entertainment,
Sports.
It doesn't make sense. So that's why I said, and one of that video, they insulted me, you understand, but, because some of them, they generate the happiness from old school WhatsApp groups, and you're telling them they should remove themselves. But you see, I have only one life on this earth. If I leave this earth, maybe I'm not coming back to this earth again. So enough of this old school Wahala friends who cannot add value to my life. No, I'm sorry. If you're my friend and you cannot add value to my life, I don't have to be your friend. It's not by force. Friendship is not by force. I hope you understand what I'm saying.
I don't just understand. I get it.
Yes.
And it's...
I no can be on. Say, oh yeah, nyonko. No ntimi fa ideas. Any adwene be boya ma yakọ nimo abrabo mu a. On fa on kan ho ne ho say oh yeah nadamfo. Yeah, asemo ehia papa yi. Na video aye bo nyina ye mbo ne sa keke. Ye di kama ye mpanyifo no. I start ahwe social media omo ye ade won niema bebre ne enfo mo totototo enjuma bebi a say ye de obi ato ewo ade a nipa ne ye ade wo ho eno na be boan se ne be a nye de bia na ye be call say ye call gada ne avochi ama obisa na yes ohun ade a nipa ne ye dada se ne be all the ade ne mana e be easy amana ye kama ama Ghana be ye kra be hwe.
It's like I said, the brand you're building, it's brutality.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Essentially, if it doesn't make money, it doesn't make sense.
Yes.
And I think you've done a great deal.
Thank you.
doing that.
Thank you.
Doing that. But what struck me was when you said you were a man of God and then you switched on to trying to discover yourself. Did you not discover yourself when you were a pastor?
No. See, we've been programmed to think in a certain way. Oh, so and so man of God said this. Because when we were young, we used to, way back in Akemoda, we used to watch, I don't want to mention any names, in all these great men of God, you understand? And we used to believe the things that they were telling us. So when I started doing research, I'm not against Christianity.
Aha hia me papa ye mame soro ngira me nanso. O se on kasa entia nyame somo. Batama no osano na otie asofo mpanyifo no. Ba onyini duru ba bi no. Ye ntie de obeka. Enye ne bone so nyame wo ho obi ankasa nyame ni ho no ana ebo ye nyina ye ho ban. Ba kwan a ye no papa no bi asofofo no de afa omode di adwin share nkrofo team no enye papa ukom deeper eye omo mfaso omo benya nti na omo yesa tintim pempi no ya me ka che nkrofo say Yesu movie no oyeye no ya nhwe movie ni ye se ye hwe movie ni ya de nti na ma Yesu started pam nkrofo no wa so de mo sese niema tutum niema na omo ye nyina free ho busa ho nti aha no hia me papa bia ye obi a ohwe bibia no ti ha ni ye pa
Anything. I'm not against the Bible. When I started doing, I realized that majority of the things that we were told are false.
Wow.
Why do you have to pray about money? There is no money.
O say nsem bebre no omo ka kire wa sorry dem no atro onyi ye na o start ye the research no nsem bebre omo ka kire wa sorry dem ya atro adenti na say nipa onko bo mpae enche nyame so ohia sika
In heaven. This money, CD or whatever, it's not in heaven. It's not in heaven. So why do I go to church and you tell me that pray so that God will connect you to your destiny helper? God is about to open a financial door for you. God will make a way for you. It doesn't make sense. This kind of message that they preach.
o say adenti na so onko bo mpae say nyame moska nyame be bia kwa ama kwa hoto ne so nyame be yesi ama enba adwin bia anim nyansa bia anim
on the pulpit are poverty kind of messages, and I don't believe because I should pray that God will connect me to you so that you come and help me. What are you doing? You are working, right?
Yes.
So why don't I have the kind of mindset that can make me become generate money for myself rather than to depend on you? And you see, in this life, if you are going to depend on people and their promise, you are going to be the most useless person on this earth.
o say adenti na say be mbo mpae say nyame connect me ma we na me nye entna asendwin ade a metima ya ama me ho na nipa bia mpempi wo do ka kire wo ho se wo be du wo ho betu obi so a wo be ye the one obi a oye hiani boto wa asase we so.
Now you go to church and they will tell you, pray. The devil is after your life.
Aha ntinde ha na ekumi no so kwa so ebe ka se bombae na bonsam di wachi epese onse wa brabo.
Witches in your family, they are fighting against
Before obusu mo ko against you.
Sometimes, after many years, discovering myself, when I look at some of these men of God, I laugh.
O see otna ase from the incredible me no obetna ase e fa nim de asu anyansa no. Ohun de ekoso nyina na ne wra ho na osu. Ohun asofofo no so omo de mabunu no ye maame ne papa te omo na ase na ne wra ho na osu.
I laugh because the things that they are preaching is not biblical. Those things are not biblical. Abraham was in the garden. Adam was in the garden. Adam never prayed against the devil. Abraham never prayed against the devil. The God of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, they never prayed against the devil. They should come and tell me where in the Bible that somebody wanted to do something and the devil stood against the person. It is only the book of Daniel. You understand? So, if you are trying to do something and you are not making headway in what you are doing, it means you don't know much. You've put the padlock on your mind. You have to unlock. You have to open that padlock on your mind.
How do we unlock?
It's all about education. You have to upgrade yourself. You see, one of the things that is difficult for the people to do in this country, in Africa, they don't want to do research. They don't want to read. That is why when you are organizing a program, few people will come.
Or see a dear back where I Ghana for Nina, says Africa for no Ghana. Yempe say a bay, she Yanchi, Yabeshi Yanchi, Ubeshi Nima, a bit me a bow, then I a beboagan, then I a bebo pum to any baby outi or community now woman, the baby outin, then I be a beboa, not a ban swabby soul.
But you go to church and the church is full. I'm not saying people should not go. They shouldn't get me wrong. People like the church is full. In the old
so because so they know why a ma
artists
on car say more be sorry.
Hip hop, whatever, Afro, whatever. The places they will pay money and go and enjoy themselves. But if somebody is coming to,
If it's a segment that will help develop the minds of the people,
yes,
they don't.
They want it for free. You understand? They want it for free. And you see, this kind of artist.
So be betre nimdia ebe boama yenye sky especially maburu ni we na omo pese omo behwe no sa omo ntia hwe be ba se gospel musician na Ghana musicians ni bi kwato nyum dia omo kwa kwato sika hwe empempi na na yampa ye kasa adisua na hwehwa yes I say what yes can because what hwehwe your time sika ya the time na epe there your time no be bia this our time no be bia na ono no nya akwhwe amount obe ka che no akwhwe na de bia hye okotojo ni wa we mu that leave to ya bibi kakra eboa because time obe spend time onu be nya time ni obi akasa 2 minutes 5 minutes no kra no nti na okase se nkofo bebre oni omo bonkomo no se enye ade a eye business ana ade bibi be ba be kan bon ta na omo bonkomo be o kan nyina no
It will not help we Africans. We need to embrace knowledge. We need to embrace it. Because, see, if you have, like, if you go to school, for example, and after you complete university, and after 2 years, 3 years, you are not getting a job, and you are still believing, hoping, praying that God should, help you, God should, you need favor to get a job. It means your mind is not working. we were educated to become employees.
That's right.
We were not educated to start businesses. That is why, like our graduates, the only thing they know is to write good CVs. Like, I can work under pressure, I can do blah, blah, blah.
It's a lie.
You understand? What is the meaning of education? You've been to school for 4 years. You've spent over 20 years in school. And after 20 years, you still have to depend on somebody to give you a job. And you want this education.
Well, see, you can't addition, I see what you're saying. Work to school for and pim back 4 years. A year, make us a tree never say, and Kayan neither Susia. 4 now we are what's habit now, so be more be been. But I know, and you'll be on a bit me a boy juma. I know they ampa or can ampa bet, and you'll be on a bit my judgment. In there, and cast a fast sending, but the over all the bet to go to Juma Beboar, no affair.
You understand? So that's why in one of my videos I said, if you have been jobless for over 2 years, throw away that certificate and begin to think like you don't have any certificate. You see, those that they have certificate, they are lazy. Excuse me to say, majority of them are lazy.
Maybe I can't say me because certificate for no. So if you be more degree, no be na ni omo kasa, otimu sem sebi no mu nyina ebi mo adwen no aye hwinim omo be kasa empty hwini container no empty handed empty container hwinimu nti na hwe mpempia sebi ye parliament house na ma nipa bebre Ghana ye bre wo sisia no na me kan da na me ase ni monyam se sisia no ye social media ni nim de eba no mpanyifo no so munye very careful, especially sa Akufo-Addo kwa mama oba no obebre acha Akufo-Addo nti me mesre mama ne mpanyifo se omomo omanu mbra fom no mo hwe youth na omo ya de wo niam bebre ho no no mo ntimi mbo omo no mo beka omo ho na embo ama omane nkoso so mo nko mo ntimi nye ana nkrofo no mo wo villages ni bantam ayeto abama nyo mo nyina na betimi aye so hu se obi ya de dada na o so no amse ya wo hu se nipa no oye nti na so hwe mpempin no se ye beto aba na se no mo ye kwan na we na we hye bom na we no sa no ya tro so you community be obi a organize ana obo ankrofo ye niam bebre nti mpempin no say you focus was hard no pa.
And that is how our university kind of system have programmed our people to be lazy. They will teach you how to manage somebody's money, but they will not teach you how you can earn money or how you can make money yourself.
Or see, school na yakona be chro how ebe chro senia obetimi ahwe obi sika aman so aman ba ye nchro ha obehwe wa osika so.
That's the system. But when you tell them, put it somewhere and do something for yourself, they say, oh no, I'm a graduate, you know.
Moses all catch from say for way to paper no degree no to nchen na hwe ne pe bibia obe ya abo mo no aka na me degree my about degree and I'm away
school I have a PhD, masters, blah blah blah. Okay. That PhD, I'm not against them. They shouldn't come after me or masters, whatever. If that certificate cannot put food on the table, if that certificate cannot, give you money, it means that certificate is just a decorated paper.
So how much did it cost to fill your tank?
Almost $100.
How much is the car payment?
$140.
And what about insurance?
Do you think this way of thinking is what we call awakening?
Yes. We need now see in Ghana how many PhD students are multimillionaires. Talking about Canada, Japan, I'm not against them. No, they shouldn't say I'm against it. No. But you see, they will program you, go to school, get a good job, and you become successful. Somebody is in Abosukan is making money. Somebody in Makala is making money. What are you talking about? You don't have to be broke. You don't have
to say market, Abosio kind Madina market, Kumasi market, KJT market. Here nananum ni omo Jessica angasa.
To depend on certificate. God will do it.
So men share paper certificate ni degree ana nyame be. No na ekumi no because ye nyina ya famu bi pen.
Problem is a lot of people don't know what to do. They don't know what to do outside of what they've known as the norm.
But they have to. That's why they are watching you.
Right.
So if they watch you, and at the end of the day, they still can't get it. They still don't know what. I don't know what they want. They don't want to accept the truth.
Right.
That is their problem. You understand? Because see, why do you're like your broke parents, so like sold Wache or whatever kinky to sponsor you in school?
House so ya die mo do pa o se o maame no papa ton Wache koko edua coffee chewing gum pure water e dia show am wa ko school,
and after 2 years, you still depend on that broke parent, that your mother.
After school now, we now didn't scan our ton Dianis Okodia and watch a more cocoa to feed the Eshun. Still, no way degree as also depending was our mammy. More fanche, send disconnected me WhatsApp and free me phone so.
Who is selling kinky on the roadside? Now, why don't you, as a graduate, okay, take that job, that kinky business, and rebrand it? Do you understand what I'm saying? Because that kinky business and that food business paid your school fees, paid your hostel fee.
At this point, if it's not sinking in yet,
Yes.
to the people watching and those that are looking for a way out, then indeed you're right. There's a problem somewhere.
Yeah.
Because I think you've just nailed it.
Yeah.
You know, get a degree, fantastic.
Yeah.
Where the money sponsored you to become a degree holder.
Yeah.
Well, if you don't have a job to do, well, look back.
Yes.
Whether it's farming, whether it's
Yes.
selling, and then see how you can add your education touch to it.
One time.
And then take it out.
One time. You see, money hides in dirty places in Africa. To me, Africa is the best continent to make money. It is easy to make money here. You live in UK. It's not easy to make money in Europe or UK. You've been there, so you know what I'm talking about. But here, if your mind is working, you make free money, easy money. Because we have so many problems on this continent. And every problem that you see is money in disguise. You understand? So you need to train yourself to identify problems and solve them. Name one rich man who's not a problem.
Osi sua hawa ubehun baby a nneɛma a ɛsɛ yɛnyɛ ɛmboa neighborhood area no and our community no send ɛbɛyɛ a also benya sika free mu.
A problem solver. So we need to spread more knowledge so that our people will know that, like, you don't have to leave Africa. Like, to me, if you are 40 years and you want to travel abroad to go and hustle, I see no sense in that. Excuse my language. A 40-year-old, if you are going for holidays, that's okay. But if you are going to hustle, if you have your wife, children here, then you're going to hustle. It will take you, how long will it take you to get even the paper before you come for your wife and your children? You know what I'm talking about. So by the time you are in Europe, your wife is also somebody is just giving it to your wife. You will suffer bringing money. You understand? And I was telling one of my friends this morning that me, Charlie, approach it to travel abroad, like to live there. I can only spend like 1 month. I cannot more than to do what? Because if your mind is working, you make a lot of money here. Money hides in dirty places. Look at Kivu Gari. Yeah. Look at this. I think they are Indians or Lebanese or something. I think Indians. Look at Kivu Gari. And look at how much they are making from this Gari business. You understand? And you tell me that you have a degree and you are looking for a job. Madam, go and sell plantain chips.
That's right.
Then I said, go and sell plantain chips. Can you brand plantain chips? Look for 20 shops, supermarkets in your community and supply them plantain chips. And our people are not serious. See, I remember one of my videos, I said, it doesn't make sense to pay $10,000, over $10,000 to travel to Europe or America.
Right.
Okay, so, you can start something like bread business. Hey! Come and see our people. They started insulting me. I said, you don't know what you are talking about. Ghana population is over 30 million. Nigeria, over 200 million. So you cannot tell me you are from Nigeria and you are broke. You are from Ghana and you are broke. A population of over 30 million. 6 million people are in Accra. what can you sell? And I told them, go bread. Do you know, haven't you eaten bread this morning? Tea, porridge, you understand? Go and sell bread. Buy bakery equipment. That's why I said money hides dirty. No, our people, they don't want to bread. Come on. Somebody who said a graduate should go into bread business. Come on, no, I will not do it. That's the problem we have.
That's the problem we have. Coach.
This loophole is crazy. I got my car insurance down to $30 a month. Everybody knows you can buy car insurance online. But did you know there's an Amazon for car insurance? That's right, an online marketplace that cuts out the middleman and gives you wholesale prices. You can save 50.
Since you're speaking about businesses that people can start and what they can do after school, what would you say people can start looking at in the new year coming 2025? What businesses can people get into?
So first of all, you see, when it comes to like giving ideas to people, I always say that for you to become a police officer, you don't need a gun to become a police officer. You have to go to training for you become a police officer. So first of all, you have to do your research. You understand? Because if I tell you that now go into big bread business, you understand? There are people that they've done this business and they failed.
That's right.
Others are making it.
That's right.
So one thing that I believe that if you want to start a business, you have to put knowledge first. And when you put knowledge first, and adversity comes, because whether you like it or not, in business, adversity will come. The adversity will hit the knowledge before it will scatter your capital. But if you put your capital first and adversity comes, the adversity will hit your capital and it will scatter it. So what I would say is, first of all, you have to do research. What are the needs of the people? What are the things that people are looking for? You understand what I'm saying? So if you do your research, you go to the internet and you see the things that people are looking for. That will motivate you to, come up with something. But there are so many things. Food business, you understand? But you have to do your research. Like I said, bread business, you understand? Plantain chips. And you see, a friend told me, one of my friends is in London, and he said, you know what? I've been watching your videos, but all the things that you are saying, you are correct. He said he bought a plantain chips in London. And that plantain chips, the people that produce the plantain are from Morocco or something. They bring it from Morocco to London. That's what my friend said. So like I said, if I tell you go and sell charcoal, charcoal. But do you know how much you can make from charcoal business? You understand? Farming. Let's say, what do you call it? Cassava. And I've watched a lot of videos on YouTube about like the things that we can derive from cassava. And I was watching one video, one particular lady, I think she's from Kenya or Zambia. She's into this cassava, kokonde, what do you call it? Cassava flour. And she exported it to China.
Apart from that, you can get ethanol.
Yes.
From it, you can get caustic soda.
Yes,
from it.
So there are so many business, the opportunities are here. But the thing is, first of all, go and do your own research. I will not spoon feed you. Go and do your research.
So the research is part of the awakening process.
Yes.
And that's so what I'm getting from this is that if you fail to do the research,
yes,
then you don't want to run the business.
Yes, you don't have to invest in a speculative venture. Somebody will tell you, this business is good, you can make money from it. No. You will fail. Remember, one of my friends, like a friend, I think before Ekow came to power, or somebody said, this is Galamsey business, you can make money. And the guy invested, I think, 800,000 Ghana cedis. As soon as he invested that money into the Galamsey business, Ekow came to power, and they placed a ban on Galamsey. And this guy took loans from banks. Goodness. So don't invest in the speculation. Go and do your own research and see if you have the strength, the capacity to do this business and manage it.
Most people are saying that everything, coach is saying is fantastic. You know, they would love to do that. But they don't have the startup capital. They don't have the money.
It's not true.
Okay.
You see, like what you are saying, a lady came to me and he said, Coach, she said, I want to start a business. There's this business I want to start, but I don't have money. I said, are you sure you don't have money? She said, yeah, I don't have money. Said, let me see your phone. When I collected her phone, I think she was using iPhone 13 Pro Max. You want to start a business, you don't have capital, but you are using iPhone 13 Pro Max. Are you serious? That 13 Pro Max can buy a land half plot around Dodoa or something, or less after Dodoa. So I told her, you know what? Sell this iPhone 13 Pro Max. This was about 3 or 4 years ago. Sell this iPhone 13 Pro Max. Go and buy Infinix or Techno and use half of the money to start a business. And she said, no, but Coach, I can't. My boyfriend bought this phone for me on my birthday. That's okay. Then why don't you go to? Oh no, I'm no more with my boyfriend. I said, you're not serious. Many years ago, way back in Oda, I wanted to start a business. I had no money. I sold my TV. So first of all, what do you have? When you read the Bible, there was this lady that went to the prophet and told the prophet that her husband died and left debt. And the people they've come to take her children to slavery or whatever. And the man of God asked the lady, what do you have in your house? The woman said, I have nothing. But she said, I have a little jar of oil. And he said, go and borrow vessels. See, we have what it takes, like we have it. That capital you are looking at, you have it. Why don't you sell something that, because if you believe so much in that business, why don't you sell something valuable, something that, like me, I sold my TV many years ago, way back on. That TV was giving me a lot of entertainment, but I sold it. You understand what I'm saying? I told my friend, sell this car. I said, no, so you will not sell this car, but you want a business, an investor. You understand? Somebody to invest in your business. Right? And I told him that, no, look, if you come to me or if you go to any businessman and you need capital, the person will ask you, how much do you have?
Yeah.
So you have to raise something.
What risk have you taken?
Yes. So there are so many things. I've done businesses that I sold stuff, things that I had to raise capital.
So you've gone through the Ghana system.
Yeah.
You've gone to school, came out, became a man of God a little bit, and then started championing your life. And now you've got a fantastic business and you're giving advice to other people as well. I heard in one of your videos where you were speaking about, I think it was a comparison between should we build a house or should we start a business, right? I think there was another chap who was also talking about this same thing. In your own books, what should be the process that the person should go through after school? What should we do up until the age of, let's say, 30 or 40? What are some of the things? Because a lot of us were like, okay, after school, you get a job, you get a land, you build, and that becomes the life that we live.
No, that is bogus kind of system. You understand? Because why do you build a house? You are, young man. You are now starting life. Why do you build a house? And if you don't take care, that house will lock up your capital. See, so I remember one guy, did an interview. I was just looking at him, and because if I don't have money, so let's say you are a teacher, and that's okay, and you went for a bank loan, like 2 banks, and you were able to come up, let's say 50,000 Ghana cedis, or let's say 60,000 Ghana cedis, and you buy a land. And as soon as you buy a land, there's this litigation stuff in Ghana or in Africa, and they take the land from you. What are you going to do? So why don't you think about, one, establishing the business? Because we take money from money to build a house. You don't have an investment. They are telling you, build a house.
Okay.
You understand? Build a house. So all the money that you have, I mean, buy a land. You see, land is to me is the best investment in Ghana now. Buy a land and put a fence around the land, protect the land, and start a business. Don't rush and build a house. There are so many people, there are so many broke people living in uncompleted buildings. You understand what I'm saying? Start a business and grow. And somebody will say that about business, what about if you fail? No. If you are starting a business and you do your research very well, like doing your research, you are going to minimize your failure. So I would advise any young guy, young man on this planet to build a house if you don't have a business. Because you get stuck at the point. Because see, even in real estate, real estate is good when you have your property in a good location. Real estate is all about location. I come from Akimoda. And I was telling a friend of mine that there is no way I'll build apartments in Akimoda and rent it. No, I will not do it.
No sense.
Yes, because it doesn't make sense.
It makes no sense. No.
You understand? Because see, if I go to my hometown, say now how much is one bag of cement? But the person who's in Accra, who's in the city, is buying it, and the person who's not, they are buying the cement the same, iron rod the same, right? And then I'll build an apartment, and then I'll rent it like 2 bedrooms or 3 bedrooms, like let's say 500 or let's say 1,000. In Accra, when you have 2 bedrooms in a good location, you can rent it out for let's say 4,000 cedis or 5,000 cedis. So why don't I concentrate in Accra? And you see, when you build a house, you have to renovate the house.
Yes.
So if you build a house as a young guy, 4 bedrooms, 5 bedrooms, a house that you're coming to live in, it doesn't make sense. So I told our people abroad, those in diaspora, that instead of you to build 5 bedrooms on one land, and your family members are living in that house, they will poo in that house, even when the toilet is full. You have to send money from abroad. You understand?
Even electricity.
You have to send money. You have to send money. Why don't you build apartments on that same land, so that your family will live on that stairs, first floor, like you rent the rest. This is what I'm saying. I'm not saying people should not build a house, but if you are building a house as a young guy, start a business and make sure you are making money. You get stuck. You know how many people that are telling me they are selling that. So many people. 3 days ago, I went to Amranya with a friend to go and check a house. The guy is selling it. He doesn't have money again. Uncompleted building. And you are telling me, young guy, want to go and build a house. Go and experience it and you see. Because the money you are investing in that house will not come back to you. It will only come back to you if let's say, you are renting those apartments. That's when you are going to start making money. So why don't you have a business? It doesn't make sense.
Attention retirees, if you're willing to be at your computer from 9 a.m. to 10:45 a.m.
I think a lot of the time, we speak about mindsets, developing a mindset for success. You've gone through the process, you've learned quite a lot of things, and these things have allowed you to discover who you are. But what is it really? What is the mindset we need here for success? The actual mindset. Some of the things you learned that are applicable to the average person.
See, me, if I become president of Ghana today, the first thing that I would do, I'll shut so many TV stations and radio stations. They will not run again. Because the things that they show on our television stations, it doesn't make sense. Our radio stations in the morning, politics. In the afternoon, politics. In the evening, politics. TV station, telenovela. You understand? All the things that they show on our stations, it is not helping the youth. So, what I would say is we need to spread knowledge. Now, as a nation, we need to have an agenda. Okay, okay, we need to not only entertainment. It's like, see, Africa, our focus is entertainment, creative arts, creative whatever, you understand? But we need to train our people to think in a certain direction. We need to have programs like what you are doing, on national television, you understand? Like, to create a lot of awareness. Because, see, when a child is born, there's something we call a clean slate. Whatever, like, when a child comes to this earth with zero, like, he doesn't have anything in his mind. So the things that the child will copy from his parents, the environment, though, you see, it will be difficult for a child coming from a broke home to become successful. But it is easy for somebody coming from Dangote's house or Bill Gates or Ekow or whatever to succeed. You know why? Because in the child mindset, he did not inherit poverty mindset from his parents. I hope you get what
I get it.
You understand? They have programmed us to fail in life. I'm telling you. Yes, because the things that you hear from your parents, the environment, the school, it will program you to fail in life. So if you're a young man and you are growing and you did not seek knowledge, you need to ask questions. Ask questions that all the things that they are teaching you in school, in church, the things that you are, is it adding value to your life?
Well, some people don't even know what that value is. Some people cannot even discern to know that what I'm hearing now, they don't even know what is good for them.
That's what Jesus said, the poor will always be with you. So in this life, there will always be poor people and rich people. And rich people are very few. Because those poor people, excuse me to say, they don't want to embrace new things. Yeah, they don't want to embrace new things.
Do you think it is possible for people to hear all the message, but take no action and still remain the same, even though their circumstances are not making them happy? But they have everything available to them and still remain the same.
Oh, yes. But they have a smartphone. They go on social media. What are the things that they watch on social media? They watch beef, and this one is fighting with this one. Entertainment. That's all. They've concentrated so much time on that. You understand what I'm saying? Look at me. I've been watching you on YouTube. You understand? But look at the kind of people that you bring them here. Few people are going to watch.
Yes.
And they'll tell you this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. You understand that? So they will still hear the message, but to act upon the message becomes a challenge because they are lazy.
Does it have anything to do with them?
I'm getting back on track with Factor. Fresh, never frozen meals are ready in minutes.
Factor has over 40 different dinner options.
Like Protein Plus and Calorie Smart.
What do you mean? Does it have anything to do with them?
The fact that sometimes, right, it's almost as if, look, there are people, there are family members, there are friends, we try to pick them up to go through the same process as us to better their lives. And sometimes you pick them up halfway, they themselves will cut your hand and then they'll drop again. It almost feels as if they are programmed to be like that.
Yeah.
And that they themselves, in the core of their mind, they can't receive anything good.
Yeah. Because of the way they think and the kind of people that they've associated themselves with. you understand what I'm saying? Because me, like I said, I used to be broke, but I used to be very, very broke. But see, at certain point in my life, like, I didn't like my situation. So I believe that you can have the best of life in the most difficult times of life. Like when things are not working for you. That is when you need to come back to your senses. That I've done this particular thing for a long time, it's not working. Why don't I change it? Now me, I've been a pastor. Being a pastor, all my friends are pastors. You understand what I'm saying? But to switch from this pastoral thing and talk about this like making money entrepreneurship thing. And some of my friends initially they were laughing at me. But I didn't mind what people say, because if I stand before God, God is going to judge me. God is going to judge everybody. So the thing is, you need to know that, all those people, friends, whatever, they don't put food on your table. You understand what I'm saying? Life is all about you. So if you are watching this podcast and things are not working for you, you need to discover yourself. You need to sit down and delete all the things that you know and program your mind for success. You have to start learning new things. Like I read this book about Malcolm Gladwell, and Malcolm Gladwell said, if you're going to practice a particular craft for 8 hours every day, in 4 years you become a star. If you're going to do it 4 hours every day in 8 years, well, I started reading. I'll go to the washroom. I'm reading. Even today, I don't watch TV. I don't watch football. The last time that I watched football, this English Premiership, was when Chelsea won the Champions League. Think about 11 years ago or so. 11 years ago. I don't watch football to watch millionaires on TV. Those millionaires, they are play football. They are the stars, and I'll be clapping, and I'll be shouting, I'll be arguing with I will never do that till I die. Never. Why should I? Somebody is collecting $10,000, sorry, $100,000 as an appearance fee, Black Stars, and I wake up and I sit in front of my television and clapping that. I will never do that. Let me build my life. Let me invest that time in something that will earn me money. So I always say that if you spend money daily, you have to make money daily. If you're not making money daily, it's just a matter of time. You are going to be broke. You are going to be poor. All the rich men that we know, they make money. They don't wait at the end of the month before they earn money. They make money every day. So when you wake up in the morning, after your devotion, praying to God, you need to ask yourself, what can I do today? I have 24 hours. What can I do today to earn money? If you cannot answer that, it means you have a long way to go. If you cannot come up with an idea about what you can do with the 24 hours you have to make money, Charlie, you suffer.
Wow. No, that was powerful. That was powerful. That I've never thought about it like that.
Yeah.
Never thought, because you spend money every day. You spend every day. Everything you do costs you money.
Yes, every day, yeah.
So you need something else to come in to balance the sheet.
Yes, you have to balance it. And our people don't think like that too.
Look, we've seen people who have had money.
Yeah.
And good days. And as they are growing, that money all goes away.
Yeah.
What causes that?
Okay, so I think they see, when you read, I was doing the research, and I realized that in America, all the people that they win the lotteries, you understand? I think in 5 years they go back to poverty, but they don't have that kind of mindset to maintain the money. So you can make money today, but if you don't have the mindset to maintain the money, you are going to lose it. So people, you need to build that capacity. To make money, you have to build that capacity. You don't have the capacity to make, you will never ever make money. It's not about prayer, not about the devil, it's not about everything. No, the devil, forget about the devil. Build your capacity to make money. You understand? Because it is what you have here. It is the content in your mind, what you have here, the content that will determine the size of your bank account. If your mind is empty, I'm telling you, your bank account will always be empty. People should research about what I'm saying. If your mind is empty, you understand? How are you going to make money?
Money making
Yes.
is definitely a product of the mind.
A product of the mind. If you don't have that kind of mindset, you lie, you can't. You will always be broke. And beg people, depend on people, beg people for money. That is why you see a lot of our people are leaving Africa. They see that Africa is not a place to succeed. To succeed in Africa is very hard. It's not easy. That is not true. Do you understand? The headquarters of money is not America or UK. Money doesn't have any geographical location. Money is in people. All the people you see around you, they have money. But they will never give you the money unless you have value. You can exchange value for the money. So if you say Africa is hard, I can't make money in Africa. The question is, what do you have? What valuable thing do you have you can exchange for the money or for money? You don't have anything. You are complaining. You are complaining about the economy. Every day the economy, they see people complain about Mahama. We voted Mahama out. Now Ekow came in. Now MPP. I'm not this particular government. It is good that they are leaving. But what I'm saying is, it is not true that the economy will dictate the money in your bank account. Never. The economy will never determine how much money you're supposed to have in your bank account. It is the problem you identify. When you identify a problem and you give a solution to the problem, that will put money in your account. So instead of you to complain, the same economy that you are complaining about, people are building houses, people are buying cars, people are making millions, and you are complaining that you don't. I mean, the economy is very. Wow, you lie. You are not seeing what others are seeing. Those who are making money, you are not seeing what they are seeing. Go and learn from them. What are they seeing? What do they know that you don't know? You don't have superior information. You don't have superior information. That is why you think you can't make money in Africa. You go to UK, you go to Europe, you have to go and hustle to make money. You're not going to pay bills, a lot of bills. You understand? But this same money, these same people are complaining that they can't succeed in Africa. Africa is hard, and when they are paying money to go to Europe, America. See, you were able to raise over $10,000 in the economy that is hard. You were able to raise that money, and you are giving that money to somebody to send you abroad. Why don't you think about what you can do with that money in Africa? What do you think about that? And our people don't want to think in that direction, which is very bad.
With Ekow's rate shopping tool, we'll automatically select the cheapest available shipping rate for every order from carriers like Amazon Shipping, UPS, USPS, FedEx, and DHL.
Why, yeah. As my son would say, why, yeah. You know, there are some people, it looks like they've built a wall. It's like they've taken the bad information in and they've built a wall around them. Nothing gets in. As a matter of fact, they are wearing some shades and they can't see. I was speaking to one of my friends and I said, well, I like playing golf now because I get the time to think and have meaningful conversations, on the course. But I've never been a football player, ever. He's like, so you don't know how to play? I said, no. Because I've never seen the value in doing that. And for me, what has been very important for me is finance. Make money.
Yeah, sure.
Because I've said to some people before that the house that I was born in, it's a family house. And if you're not careful, your food will be passed to you. It will not be given to you to be passed to you. So you must take your finances serious. Now, I want us to, if we bring this down a bit, and this is for the people that have the ears to listen. What's the first book you read that changed? In fact, that took the shades off.
Think like a billionaire and become a billionaire. Scott Anderson. I remember when I read that book. The things in that book, that day I cried. And when I read Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad and Poor Dad, wow. I've read a lot of books. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Secrets.
The Secrets is a powerful book.
Yeah, I've read a lot. Like, you know, I was reading a book by Tony Robbins, and I remember in the book, I realized that Tony Robbins, at the age of, I think, 12 years, read 700 books, and he became an instant celebrity when he was, I think, in college or... And I was doing the research about Elon Musk way back, and I realized that Elon Musk used to read 11 hours a day. And he read so many books when he was, I think, 12 years old. And he read a lot of books, and he even read Encyclopedia Britannica.
You know, on that same talk today, I was watching a video by Elon, and then this man was interviewing him, and they asked him that, so, Musk, you're not an aerospace engineer.
Yes, I've watched that video.
How come this is the business you decided to go into, to build SpaceX?
Yeah.
And he said, because I read a lot, and I speak to a lot of people.
Yeah.
So that backtrasses what you just said, that leaders are readers.
Yes.
And your positioning is really to be able to know how to bring in people who have specialized knowledge. To say that, okay, you've opened this business, now you need someone who has gone to school, they've trained, bring that person in to do the job for you while you make the money.
Yeah. You know, like you said, readers are leaders, and I believe that the doors of this world are open to those who read. You understand? If you want to be successful in this 21st century, Charlie, you have to read. But the more you read, the more you know, the more you earn. You understand? On this social media thing, people don't even believe that they can make money on, let's say, Instagram or Facebook or YouTube. They're not ready to learn. I think about 3 months ago, or 3 months or 4 months, Ghana, I think Facebook monetized Ghana, Nigeria, and I think Kenya. A lot of people were happy, and now they're going to make money from Ghana. Just look at them and I laugh. Do you think Mark Zuckerberg will just give you money like that? You have to create content. And see, people don't want to see. When people come to my class, some people come to me and say, Coach, I'm shy. I mean, I cannot stand in front of the camera and say, you've been on Facebook all these years. People are making money from Facebook. You are not making money. Now, in one of my videos, I said, I made over $10,000 in 2 weeks using 3 apps. People were like, you made. I said, okay, that is why you are broke. Because you don't want to learn. If you have a smartphone and you have data, you are not supposed to be broke. You understand? Because the name of the device was smartphone. And you are not trying to be smart. See, anybody watching me today, if you don't have capital, you understand? Even if you have a business, your business should be on social media.
Yes.
You see, at first, if you want to start a business, you have to rent a place, a shop, and you have to, do the decoration, a lot of things. You understand? AC, you understand? But today, you don't even need a shop to start a business.
That's a huge overhead you've taken off.
Yes. You just your smartphone, you can start your business. And I was telling a friend in Akimon, I told him, Masa, when it comes to farming, you are very good. You have a lot of knowledge because you are a farmer. Why don't you, let me teach you how you can do this thing on TikTok and Facebook. And this guy is making excuses. I said, you know how much you can earn just selling this knowledge on TikTok and Facebook. Even TikTok will not pay you because TikTok does not pay we African content creators. But you can, that your knowledge, you can exchange that knowledge on TikTok and make money. This was last year when I went to Order last year. Till today, my friend is still there.
Still in the same situation?
Yes.
Nothing has changed?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because people see it like, it's hard. But I'm making money with my smartphone. You understand? I can go live right now on Facebook and I can get 1,000 people watching me live. But at first, as I said earlier, I have to go to radio and pay money at the end of every month. If you don't pay, they will take you off air. You will not continue. But now I will sit comfortably in my house and create content. So you don't have an excuse. If you don't have capital, what knowledge do you have? What skill do you have? Go to social media and exchange that knowledge for money.
Some people will say, I don't have any passion for it.
Oh, so you want to tell me, I mean, all these billionaires, everything like Elon Musk, everything, all the business that
he was passionate about. Look, I'm only asking these questions. Yeah? I'm asking it from a place of, I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
Because this is what I get people say to me all the time. I have no passion for it. There's no desire to do this. Meanwhile, you're broke.
You're broke, yes. Yes. Broke people have a lot of excuses, but you understand, like, they make a lot of excuses. And this is one of the things they say, I don't have passion for it. It's an excuse.
Hi, Jimmy Pays here with Bitrix 24, a free CRM.
My goodness. Now, Coach, what was your first entrepreneurial venture? When the whole thing was taking off, what was the first thing you said, I want to do this?
So I went into like pig farm business, and I had zero knowledge in that farming business, and I lost a lot of money. You understand? Because starting the business, even where I started it, and I mean, like I hired a wrong person to manage the business for me because I'm in Accra, and that person is also around Central Region, like a lot of stuff. You understand? That's why I said, whenever you want to do something, just do more research. Know much about the thing before you start. You shouldn't just let somebody tell you, oh, this business is okay, it's good. You understand? So, no. And I remember many years ago, I went to Nigeria because I was like, we were about 3 people, my wife and other lady were talking about something, and the lady said, Nigeria, you can bring a lot of stuff from Nigeria, sell in Ghana. So I remember I was going to Nigeria for a program many years ago. And I took money, I changed money into Naira. So when I got to change money, I know the Naira. Charlie, So I was, even when I was sleeping, I have to sleep on the one like this.
Wow.
So I went to Lagos. After I finished whatever I was doing, I went to trade fair to buy some stuff to come and sell in Ghana. I got to Mile 2 and they said, oh, we will be in Ghana the next 5 days. I said, okay, take the goods. I came to Ghana and it took me 3 months to get the goods in Ghana. You understand? 3 months from Lagos to Ghana. And I learned something the hard way. You understand? Even when you go to China it will take like 1 month. It took me 3 months. Because the lady said, you can make money. This lady was giving my wife pressure. This business is good though. See, people are making money from. Took me. I will never forget this. 3 months. It was locked. Yes. So don't just get up and start a business. Do your research. So imagine if I had taken a loan. They have to take me to police station because why am I going to pay? How am I going to pay the loan?
If I'm to give you guys, look, I haven't done this reminder, but if you haven't subscribed, please do. If you haven't left a review, please do. Look, for me, anytime I get a guest here, if I'm not going to enjoy the conversation, it doesn't happen. Right? And I'm certainly enjoying this conversation. I'm enjoying it so much because I'm saying that Coach is the coach of brutality. He says it as it is. And I think that's what we need. Instead of using cane and stick to discipline people in school like we used to, what we really should have done, we should have disciplined them to become entrepreneurial and to start, getting to know themselves and become who they are.
Yes.
And to do things that can create enterprises for the country.
Yes.
I think maybe that's what we should have done. And that's what he's doing. Essentially, he's using words. He's using words, But yeah, if you haven't subscribed, please do. Become part of the family. And I've got a few more questions I want to ask. because I think this is amazing. He's just spoken to us about the first entrepreneurial venture he did, the pig farm, which he lost so much money. But if I was to sum it up, this is how we're going to start this, right? You start off with 1, start watching videos that will develop you. 2, get out of the circle that you are if it's not helping you to develop. 3, stop watching a lot of entertainment on social media and follow people who would actually empower you. And then number 5, once you've done all of that, now start thinking of how can I make money? Just ask yourself those questions. And then the answers will start coming to you. They will start coming. Okay. This is crazy. You've already spoken to us about your favorite book. I think you mentioned about 3, which is fantastic. Now, and you've gone through the entrepreneurial venture. Let's talk about staffing. The average mindset of the average Ghanaian when people employ them and entrust them in business.
Full coverage for just $39 a month? Seems too good to be true? It isn't. If you haven't checked your rate...
I believe that before you employ anybody, you need to train the person. We need we don't have that in Ghana. Let's say in Africa, we don't train our people. You understand? And because we don't train them, they run the business anywhere anyhow. Where they talk to people, you understand? Like they come to work late, and I think if we can train. See, the thing is, our businessmen, they don't want to spend money.
Okay.
You understand? They don't want to spend money to train their workers. How many business in Ghana will hire a coach or like a resource person to train his their workers? How many of them? They don't do it. And like Kennedy Japan said, Ghanaians or Africans are born bad. You understand? Because they will still. So if you want to start a business in Ghana, you have to put systems in place, a lot of things in place, so that otherwise these workers will collapse the business.
Yeah.
That's why I always tell people that if you are starting a business, manage the business yourself.
You must be involved.
Yes, you must. Yes, don't run the business part time. Or like, I used to tell my students abroad, if you want to start a business in Africa, you have to be here. Don't sit in America and run a business in Ghana. It will collapse. The first question that I ask them, who is going to manage that business for you? And someone will say, my sister, my cousin. And I want to ask them, does your cousin have the capacity to run the business? I went to a particular boutique. The lady is my friend, she's not in Ghana. And I went to the boutique. First I went to the boutique. Like, later I spoke to her and I said, sack your mother. Sack it. It was her mom who was managing the business. How can you run you are just 35 years old lady, you understand? You have a boutique. Nice boutique, you put your mom who is 65 or 60 something plus to manage your boutique. It will fail. You will fail in that business. I said, my coach, who is going to do it better than me? I said, you are not serious. But later, she called me and said, what you said. You're right. Because, my mom was not helping me. But the thing is, who is going to manage the business for you? Train them, train the people. At least to think like you, to manage the business as their own.
Yeah, that's true. I've got a young man who has got a bit of money. He lives abroad and he wants to move to Ghana. What should he do?
So first of all, come to Ghana. Don't come and do any business. You come to Ghana and study the environment. Go to Accra, to do all those places, like study the environment, look at real estate, like farming, just you study the environment, right? And do your research. Then go back. Then if you are coming to Ghana, this time around, you are coming to start a business. So for me, like when it comes to, let's say, farming, we don't really think we can make money from farming. Because of like me when I was young, I used to go to with my uncle, we used to go to cocoa farm, like rice farm, yes, and my uncle, like they were just those my uncles were just, I mean the farming business was just hand to mouth. But in this era, you don't have to go into farming and run it hand to mouth. I mean, we can make a lot of money from farming business. So me, first of all, I will advise that person, come to Ghana or come to Africa, study the environments, then do your own research, go. And when you are coming back, you are coming fully to start a business. To me, farming is good. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I will not say real estate. Real estate is good, but if you have that capacity, and to get lands, litigation-free lands,
good locations.
Good locations, you understand? It's good. You're going to make money. You understand? And also, let's go into production. Like, what do you think you can produce? Like, the things that we can produce here. Let's go to China. Get a machine. I mean, a machine that we can do our own plantain chips. You understand what I'm saying? Like, larger quantity. Like, curry. You understand? We can go the way, like, why do we have to sit in Africa for a foreigner to come and package curry for us? When we were young, we used to drink tea. When we were young, like if you want to drink tea, this cup, you need the cup, water. You have to heat water. You put water in the cup, Milo, Nido, milk, sugar. And somebody came up with what? This way. Three is like this way. 3 in 1. You understand? So
all you need is water.
All you need is water. So why don't we think that way? Why don't we? Because see, if you live abroad, study. If you live in America, Europe, study any business that is doing well over there. Bring it here. Bring the same business. Adopt that business idea and bring it here. You make money. You only need the recipe. This guy was in Holland. Like that guy was hustling, struggling. And the guy called me and said, I think 2 years ago, and he said he had, I think, 25,000 euros. He doesn't have paper. I said, you know what, you have to come to Ghana. His wife is here. They come to Ghana. Come and rent 1 bedroom. You don't need 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms.
Aha, very, very important. Also, will be all. A quantum or $25,000. Boni krata. No encouraging on any casa is one, bra.
Come and rent 1 bedroom. We are starting everything afresh. And we discuss a couple of businesses that he can run in Ghana. So we settled on one. And the guy, the following 2 weeks, he bought his ticket and came to Ghana. As I'm speaking to you, he has started his food business. Wow. And he has, I think, about 15 or so workers.
Wow.
You understand what I'm saying? So there's money here. But the truth is, if you are ready to think different, if you're ready to do the things that majority of our people are not willing to do, because our people, they want to wear tie and suit and sit in an air conditioned office. Yeah.
I'm say I'm Ghana Radio live from New York City. Yedi bisi here ya na yedi asida kesi ebe koma Connected Mindset podcast. Baby we be nyamenka on Ekow Eshun so baby we are nyamenka on. Ye kase Ghana nsika wo yekro no. Hwehwe ade apesa onye. Ne focus on ne fa no nko a omo adwen a omo de beye adwuma. Ana omo adwen a ye de ye adwuma se na ebe boa wo so na bibi we be bia na akọ wanim. Wo kwa akwantu mu a men ko nkoka ho. Try so be pepska na wa be ye bibi de aboa wo community. Na ye ka we nyina no na ye be kakra ye ni aban mu mpanyifo no bi be kasa because to see a baby adu no politics any oman koso to see a enye say you 2 kwan 3 days 4 days a month 2 days 3 days ni akohwe no to see a social media ye mfanhwe na ye pe the youth no mo wo anisuadi hunu ne nyame ahire omo ne talent ni na ye mfa omo fan tutututu bibi ese inform to say ye farming so we ye car say we ye ade we say we ye machine we say we develop we say we ye we na before ye be come so no Your next episode so you're the Bus Stop Boys video beba ne yaka yem for omonye example Zoom lawyer ba a omoye adwuma for long time ba Bus Stop Boys ba almost boy adwuma sankrofo say no ye ne omo be kasa na ya hwe omo video kakra ne apempenyfo ne omo kata we mu nyina say yem for omo nka government payroll na yem fa omo set example me ba be ye chechum kakra yem fa omo set example ma youth no omo ba no omo so mpe bibi nye na Ghana be ye kra be hwe nti ye do bibi ase eye din Ekwadwo berima nhyira wo hwe video no ano a share na onu aso a share no a like na ye di niema bibrebe ba bo ma no e ba farming purpose lintini wo ha ene nsa no adwuma ne ye krom kasa entini wo ha no de ye kakra ye din nkrofo a omo so no adwuma so be ka be kasa senia ye nia Connected Minds podcast ye no ene ye conscious kasa ye WP ase nti Ekwadwo berima nhyira na be ka nyame ya adoma Saturday ye the Bus Stop Boys video beba na ye the aba no bibia so ahwe bi na menka obibia ho